Doing it.
No, you're not in.
Okay, here I go live. This. There, okay. Oh no, I already showed the stuff. I was not supposed to show that yet. No.
They haven't submitted.
Okay, here. Alright. This is very casual, just pretend we're just in the classroom and everybody could ask questions and stuff while I go through this. That seemed really, easy. Okay, now here we are. So we're starting. Wait, hold on. Let me see if everything's going right. Okay, you guys can see this. So, Guardians of the Galaxy. Can everybody see it? Can you see it? Okay, here we go.
There's a delay.
Okay, today I was thinking for this talk, not really a talk, it's more like a sketch with me, but I thought I should just talk a little bit about Baby Groot. So, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1 and Volume 2 is like one of my favorites that I got to work on, and I think you guys know I started in Guardians of the Galaxy 1. I was hired by Charlie Wen to design some creatures just for like 3 weeks. And that 3 weeks became 2 years, and then I got hired on full time as staff, and now it's 8 years later. It just feels crazy, like blink of an eye, and I'm glad, I'm lucky that I got this character, and it really speaks to me in so many levels, because it reminds me of my son, and I use my son as inspiration and stuff. So I wanted to show you guys in the beginning, when after Big Groot, adult Groot died, he was designed by Josh. So it's based off the comic books. So okay, here we go. So let me go here. So I was tasked to design the baby version, and I wasn't sure exactly how it was gonna be. Oh, hold on a second. I knew I was forgetting something. I did not get to go on Discord. I have to make sure I people there. They might be waiting. Okay, I'll on Discord I'll be in the study hall again. Sharing my screen. Oh, that's what it was. People couldn't get in because when I shared my screen, it was not. I just allowed a certain amount of people to get in, and I didn't know that. Let me change it to 60 people. I guess I could only put 60 people. Oh no. Sorry guys. Okay, so starting off, I didn't exactly know how Baby Groot was going to look like as a child, so I started off with this idea. If he was just like little pods, like string bean pods or something, and
They said there's a static noise. You have your phone close by the might be making some mild interference.
oh, static noise. Okay, maybe I think it's this one. Oops, push it back.
The sound's a bit distorted.
Is that better? How is that? Thank you everyone for being really helpful. Just want to make sure the sound is clear. Maybe I should put the mic a little closer so it's clear.
Yes, it's
Okay, it's probably the computer, and I'm not speaking straight into the mic. So okay, here it is. So Baby Groot, I didn't know exactly what to do, but this is the first idea. I was thinking if these pods, like almost like eggs hatch, and then they would, the strongest plant would win. And one thing James was saying, he didn't want him to really look like adult Groot. He has to feel like a plant. And then this next version I had was this version, and this is where I was thinking with the arms, because it's more like a stick character. And I don't remember if I knew if he could dance yet, but this portion over here just feels like remember the project you would have when you're in elementary where you plant that seed and then it'll grow, and these are its food resources. What's it called? Mung beads? Mung beads. Then from here is my Asparagus Groot. So during this time was when I was trying to be vegetarian, I think, and I was just looking for references of something green, and I just wanted to this actually was an accident because I was trying to make him look cute, but instead of looking cute, it just looks kind of odd. It was fun though. Most of these sketches were done fairly quickly, and I just wanted to get all the bad ideas out. So please, these sketches are really quickly done, and like stream of consciousness, I just put down the idea and then just try to figure out later. I was using more shape design language for this instead of going line on it. The next one is this one, where if you do an alien, the closest thing to aliens in our planet is, to me anyway, is the octopus. So the octopus mixed with some mushrooms, so alien looking mushrooms, so maybe that could help it feel more alien-y. For everyone in chat, in the Discord, I actually can't hear you. There's something wrong with my headphones. But anyway, to continue, this felt like not that successful, but it was funny. And then the next one, you see, I've been working really hard, so it felt like an alien burger face alien, specifically mushroom burger alien. I'm muted in Discord. Oh, sorry, let me unmute myself on Discord. There, can you guys hear me now? Okay, so sorry guys, I didn't realize I was muted on Discord. Okay, so the alien burger person. But I was thinking what was going to happen was when it grew up, it would eat away this food source and then just grow up. So from this one, I tried more ideas, and this is my Baby Groot zombie, because during this time I would watch Walking Dead. And that was really fun. Plus we also played a lot of Left 4 Dead. That was another one. Me, Jackson, Rodney, and Charlie. After work, we would play when we can. During that time, that was like really fun times. I kind of missed that. That was years ago. This was 2013. Okay, so these didn't pan out. These were too scary. I had to look more towards like something being cuter. But within a day, I tried different directions for the look of stuff. So I got a direction that he also had. Another version that I had to try to do was him looking exactly like adult Groot. So this is the other version I was doing. So he's like, I am Groot. Looking like Groot, but cuter maybe. And I was thinking he would carry this pot around with the type of light source that made them grow in their planet. So this got I got into even the props. And next with this is still like a stick, but with a face in it, coming out of it, and just different kinds of leaves that's coming out maybe. And this is more like a one character. because the note that James Gunn was saying was maybe it's good to try what he wants is a stick with a face on it. So I was trying different versions of a stick and a face, not literally a stick with a face, because that could be your direction, but you need to be able to do one that's pretty close to what he's saying, and other versions of what he could want. That's kind of like the job you have with concept art, your problem solver. So here is another one with a stick with a face. Literally, I put a little plant and a face in it, and I had to zoom it in because you couldn't see the face initially. But he's like, "Oh no, I'm so twisted." Yeah, this was fun. This was fun to do. And the next one would be this other one with a lot of sticks, and maybe all of these twigs have faces on it, and then they just start attacking each other. May the best twig win. So yeah, and I was thinking maybe this is like a unicorn type thing. This is what they use to kind of cut each other's stems off. Just it's very violent being a twig. Of course, people that are older know what this kind of symbolizes, right? I mean, when you're creating life. And here's another one. It feels like I was making it the green feel like banana tree feeling. So like a mini banana tree, and still right there, Groot. And the next one is this one. Again, the zombie theme. I just can't. It's like a zombie hiding behind a tree. I am Groot. Okay, so that set was done, and I didn't hit anything there. This was in a span of maybe few. I think these were in 2 days, and then I started developing this one, and like making the eyes bigger and trying to put the cuteness in there, feeling like anime-ish. Because the eyes are very expressive, so I'm kind of trying to push that and still have that twisting bark root feeling. But then I realized it can't. She didn't want it to feel like a tree. It's a plant. So those kind of clear directions from James, knows exactly what he wants. Really helps things go along more easier. And then this one, smoothing the face out, because the other guy wasn't as cute, and trying to put like flowers and stuff. And the next one is this one. I think this is where he feels younger, and some kind of hairstyle going on here. So this is the one that they end up liking, and this pretty much is the approved version, except for the little flower. You just had to take that flower off, and then it looked like this. So this went to whoever needs it to build it and to do the animations. I think it's Lucas Arts, or did the visual effects for it. And then yeah, they made it so much more better, so much more cuter. I have more sketches for this, but this is the ones that I'm able to find, and the more successful ones. So from here, that's Guardians of the Galaxy 1, and then it comes Guardians of the Galaxy 2. Now when this project came in, I was like, wow, Baby Groot's gonna be walking now, because I couldn't understand how will this guy get out of here, or it will just grow legs, or even during the design phase of this, I thought his legs are just stuck inside there, but I guess he grows his legs and he stands out. It's such an interesting character, and imagine this was designed like a long time ago. I mean, the adult Groot was conceived a long time ago. I think Jack Kirby and Stan Lee, I think, but definitely Jack Kirby, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, so with this version, he's more like toddler-like. And during the time I was designing this, I was looking at a lot of toddlers, and I wasn't. I was just looking on the internet for inspiration, for reference and stuff. because a baby's body is hard to like to make it fit for the kind of action he's gonna do. So I kind of adjusted it as I went along, looking for reference. But imagine a diaper wearing baby; they have this unbalanced walk. So I don't think he'll be able to do that opening sequence that you see in Guardians of the Galaxy 2. So we needed more reference and more, inspiration for other people. And I thought maybe, my son could be an inspiration, because he loved to dance when he was younger. And I was thinking, maybe I shouldn't put him in here, because my daughter too, they're both inspirations, but he's the one that dances a lot. At 3 or 4, he could not perfect breakdance moves, but he's trying, because ever since I watched the b-boy, Korean b-boy like championship, he was like, wow, he loves that, and now he does gymnastics. So Andy was like, yeah, you should definitely use your kids, they're perfect reference. And then I said, okay, yeah, perfect. So then I was, I had older pictures of my son when he was younger, and pretty much not this one, but this one here is kind of how his body was when he was younger. So this felt really, really good, that he could move the right way and still feel young. That was the biggest challenge with Baby Groot, is not making him look like a old man, because of all the wrinkles that you have to put in his face. Make sure it feels like wood texture. And I think helping with this kind of flow, having that kind of baby shape with the bigger eyes, we had to do many variations for the eyes, how big, how small, how far apart. So I was trying different ways like that. But I think having my son and the emotion that got put into it, I think that really helped me come up with this design.
They're asking, did James Gunn actually do the dance for the movie?
Yeah, James Gunn did the dance for the movie. It was him. I think he was wearing the motion capture. The thing with my son dancing in his little break, that's my reference. I'm the one. I looked at that for. You'll see it in my YouTube channel. I have it on there, and that was his body that I used for reference for this one. And the moves, his expressions on that. If you guys ever want to see the full video, oh my, it's so cute, it's so funny. He's like dancing to Gundam style, I should show that. He'll be so embarrassed. But he was so cute with his mohawk, He's 13 now, yeah. And then the next one, I was trying to do a keyframe for the opening sequence, and this is getting into more detailing. And earlier in when we were talking during my Loki presentation, we were talking about photo textures. So I did drop here some photo textures, like bark stuff, just so I could quickly finish this design. But then I would use textured brushes. It's really rough when you go zoom in like this, but I just wanted to show you guys how rough it could be, and like choosing certain areas to put texture like this. But when you zoom out, you don't really see it. You see the overall shape. And the back here was my initial design for the obelisk. And the one you see in the opening sequence that swallows Drax. So that was also my design, and I got a chance to work on it again later on. So next one is this relationship. I think Andy, we were talking about, how like the size difference. How big should Baby Groot be? Is he really like so small? And I had a hard time, like, how small should he be? Can you watch him? How are you going to shoot this stuff? And then sometimes you realize that, James has a plan for it. And it was the most amazing opening sequence ever. That's how it was pitched, and it was amazing. So again, this is not finished yet, but the idea is already here, and I never got to finish it. Excuse me. To the level of quality that it could be, but sometimes, hold on, let me just drink water real quick. I think talking all day is a workout, and I like talking, but I like to hear other people talk too. I'm trying to get used to like saying stuff without like hearing anybody replying. Okay, so yeah, is it this size or is it this size? Oops. Or is it okay here? So this is like a nice role reversal. So yeah, sometimes I still want to finish this. Just no time anymore. So at least if I could sell some prints in comic conventions and stuff. And we also do keyframes to show like the character, like attitude, and we weren't sure if he wanted to what kind of attitude he had, but he was growing up here. This was the end tag for Guardians of the Galaxy 2, so I was designing that, but then he had to grow up more and more, so I almost went from like 4-year-old, 5, 6, 7 tween, and then 13-year-old, and I was actually using my son for reference for this one. So he was playing his iPad and he kind of looked at me the same way. It's like, oh, okay, it's perfect. Yeah, and then the hairstyles, different hairstyles. Not very different, but just trying different ideas. Here's how loose it could look like. Yeah, so that was fun. And then Groot getting older, and just being snarky Groot. And this like how my son is now, 13, very independent, or wants to be, thinks he knows all the answers. So
Question: what is the
yeah.
DPI and dimension that you use for images like?
Sometimes I just use for keyframes 2350 by 1000, and then I just up-res it from there if I need to go into more detail. For these ones, I think they're 300 DPI, but my stuff isn't as detailed as the other guys in Marvel. They really, you zoom into theirs and it's just so detailed. This is, let me see, image size. Oh, this is not that big. It's just 72 resolution, but it has a lot, 3500. Some of my character images are a higher resolution because I really want to get into that face. So yeah, which is your you guys' favorite one? The first one, the second one, or the third one? Let's see what you guys think. Is anybody answering? Did they like that?
There's a delay.
Yeah, usually when I did this talk at D23, everybody's like, this one, everybody's clapping. Yeah. The first one, the second one got some.
They said 3.
The third one looks most emo. Third love. And the next one. Now he's much older here. Teen. He's a teen.
Yeah, they like the emo vibe.
And then more versions where James wanted him to be growing like moss everywhere, places you don't want to know, all the crevices, and he is so unkept that he made his bark like have a furrow, so that's what I ended up doing here is there's a kid in one of my kids' jiu-jitsu classes that grew so tall for his age. He was 13, but he was so tall, and he moved kind of like he's kind of unbalanced, and that's like, wow, I got lucky again. I had perfect reference for how this guy's legs look like, and I just pretty much used his body structure just with a little pot belly, because he's not working out too much. This guy just feels like a basketball player, and this guy feels more like not so athletic, but he's still really strong. And then a comparison page for different hairstyles too, but more like twig stuff. My Photoshop is lagging a little bit. Yeah, just to show the in between, this one, whenever I see this picture, it just reminds me of how my son looks like. So yeah, see the different, this is very kind of subtle already, like different shapes of the head. Since they already liked the first version, I'm just trying to kind of match it here with Josh's design. Cool. So that one, and I think that's it for that. And I would end the talk with this, just to show some of the other characters I've done. I worked on Taserface design, Taserface costume, and this is the obelisk character. Yeah, so this is him. So same here, I use photo reference from, I forgot what kind of rat this is, and then I kind of try to match everything based on that. Oh, mole rat. And when I make creatures, I try to put as much personality as I can with them. They really like this chin. I forgot what they spiked chin. They gave him a nickname, but this is so much fun. And to see him on screen, it's just the way they made him feel and look, just better than I expected. So yeah, it's an amazing team. Lucky to have gotten the chance to work on this stuff. So yes, that is my presentation for Baby Groot, and hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Who's this? Constantine, yes, this is the maximum. All right, if you guys have any questions, I'm gonna start sketching just some Baby Groot ideas for Grootober. Oh yeah, you guys are gonna try to help me out here. Help me with costumes for Baby Groot. Let me get a new page.
He said, talk about Doctor Strange character design.
Doctor Strange character design. Oh, I should have had that.
That's
A different. Oh, let me see if I have it available. Let me just close these windows. For some reason, my Photoshop is lagging a lot. What do you want to know about Doctor Strange?
They said, what's your trick to drawing fast but high quality?
I don't know. I think when I draw fast, it's not high quality. It takes a while. I'm not as fast, and with a nice final look. It really takes like 3 days for me, 2 to 3 days maybe. Unless the design is ready for me, then maybe a day to just do like an illustration of a character. Okay, it's not like a really complicated character. Let me see. The trick. I wonder if there's a trick. I'm still trying to think of that question. The trick is first, I guess, a good gesture. How the character's gonna stand. Also, if you design with shape, it kind of goes fast, but
Saying, for concept art, is it safe to assume that it doesn't have to look super polished and clean as long as it conveys the idea?
It has to be clear idea, though, and it can be better super polished, but in certain areas that really need to be clear so they can know your idea. So that's kind of a hard question because it's inviting you to not do your best work. That's what it sounds like. And quality over quantity is better until you do get faster by slowing down. The only time you do like scribble fast and try to get some shapes is on your own time, trying to find shapes. But during work, you just have to like buckle down and, okay, I need to do this. And give yourself a timeline. 1 week I need to have, actually like 2 days I need to have like 6 to 10 ideas or something. Let's see, what time is it?
3:40.
3:40. What? Let me see if I could.
They're asking, is it...
Okay. I don't know.
Do you always work in grayscale first before color, or does it depend on the design?
It depends on the design or where my mind is at. If I feel like I understand the color, or if the creature that I'm doing is colorful, then I have to start with color passes first, right? If let's say an alien for Guardians of the Galaxy, I know it's they're gonna be yellow, because in I forgot that planet, so I'm gonna start with the yellow first and almost like draw with the yellow. And in my head now I'm thinking of an animal. Which animal can I put in here? I don't know why catfish came to my mind right now. Maybe I'm hungry for fish. Maybe catfish. And then, so what does a catfish have? Normally I look for reference already. But if you know so much animals, right, you could just look into your mental vocabulary. And these are like eyebrows, I guess I'm thinking, and I'm relating it to the other side. See how I'm doing this rhythm? It's like to get the gesture. Just go a little darker so I could see, to get the gesture, right, of that flow. I got this idea, this technique from when Mark Westermo, I was taking figure drawing classes with him. He would do a face, let's say, and then that girl would have her hair. He would relate one side to the other like this, and I thought that was really interesting, because I never really thought of doing it that way. And even when you do the chest part, the breast, you relate one side to the other side. Just to initially put the drawing down, and then you go into detailing it some more. But yeah, like for this catfish alien, should the ears go out or should the ears flare down this way? So this is sometimes I start off this way. How would the mouth be? Is he an angry alien? I love doing aliens. but it's so hard to be unique already because there's so many good artists out there just coming up with crazy looks. But for you guys, if I'd love to try to explain it more. It's hard though to explain it, how to come up with ideas, or where does the idea come from, where's your inspiration from, when it's like it's years of just liking this stuff.
So how much time should one spend between thumbnails and first sketches and illustration? Like for one character, like 50% in sketches or so?
Can you repeat the
I
question?
said, how much time should one spend between thumbnails and first sketches and illustration? Like for one character, like 50% in sketches or so?
It depends on how you feel, I think. If you don't feel like you're getting it yet, then keep with the sketches. But because sometimes it gets difficult when you go into rendering already and you haven't figured out what's going on. But then it's okay if you kind of know what's happening, but then you might get bogged down by rendering that you forget I have 2 other things to design. You know what I'm saying? So this, I put 3 of them beside each other so I could really see the difference with all of them, how I could, this one could feel more different. Even silhouette wise, how could that feel more different? So it's kind of good to design with the characters beside each other. And you could even add some stuff from real life, like from different cultures and stuff that could fit.
Suggestion for Baby Groot?
Oh yeah, suggestion for Baby Groot.
Okay, they said.
I'm getting into this drawing already too.
It said Samurai Baby Groot.
Samurai Baby Groot.
Baby Groot as Invader Zim. I don't know who that is.
Invader Zim. I have to look him up again. I forgot how it looks.
And Baby Groot as Thor.
Oh yeah, I did Baby Groot as Thor.
As Count Dracula. Groot as a female cheerleader. Baby Groot dressed as Loki.
I don't think I've done Baby Groot as a female cheerleader.
Indiana Jones Groot.
Oh, I don't think I did that. But as Loki, I did that.
Marvel Mix Groot. I would love to see Baby Groot wearing Marvel gear, like as if he felt and is covered in Marvel superhero outfit pieces. Captain America shield by his side. Iron Man glowing heart. Thanos globe. As a phoenix.
Iron Man. Oh, Phoenix. I like Phoenix. Right.
Thanos.
Oh yeah, I did one as Thanos before. That was
Boxer Groot. Cat Baby Groot. An Iron Man. Baby Raccoon. Groot as Disney Hades with blue hair fire.
Oh, that's cool. Baby Groot as Disney Hades.
Groot as
Hades.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me see.
Groot
I
as
like that
Yondu.
one, Hades.
Yondu.
Groot as Yondu. Wow, that one's a good one too. I like that. Hold on, let me see Disney. Hades. I wonder if I could. Hold on.
Baby Groot in Barong and
Barong.
Very Filipino.
Hold on, let me see if I could do this one quick. This sounds a cool idea.
Groot as soccer player. Groot as a cook.
See, so to be more efficient.
Does working in gray background mess with your colors?
It's supposed to help with the colors because you could really see the color that you're putting down. Usually when you paint like landscape painting, you would want your glass palette or whatever you're mixing your colors in to be not a dark. I don't remember what gray it is, but it's a gray. So you could so you could clearly see it. I think it's a middle gray or something. Hold on.
Do you have inner anatomy
Ho-
of Groot
hold on.
skeleton muscles?
Oh no, I wish I did. That's an awesome idea to do just on my own. I don't know if I could get Hades. He just looks like an evil Groot.
You want one question?
Hold on. Let me try to
My baby?
do this quick. Sometimes I can't think and talk at the same time. Think and talk at the same. Did I just say that? See, clearly I can't think and talk at the same time. Think and draw, talk and drink. So I felt like this was a cool idea. Let me finish Hades. How does his costume look like? I wonder why Hades? Were you just watching this on the Disney Channel or something? Because I love Hercules. That's one of my favorite. It's when it feels like the song he sings. It just feels like an artist's song. Find a place where he could be. I'll go the distance, and the other one, find where he belongs. That song.
Oh, yeah.
That song. Oh man, that was an awesome song. Okay, so turn this line work to multiply so I could see through it. And then, so this gray, I will turn more on the blue, on the cooler side.
Inside the chin.
What chin? Oh, should I put the chin in? Should I? I guess. That'll be funny, I guess. You won't feel like Groot anymore. Let's check it. Let's see. Whose suggestion? Let's see. Here we go. I'm not sure, but let's. Oh. Hold on. I didn't do that right. I don't know.
So scary.
Yeah, maybe not. We'll keep it cute there. The blue flame should be the one that should make him feel like Hades, hopefully. And he will be kind of color blue. You know what? Because usually I want to do like a mask underneath this, so I'm gonna try Hades gray color, but more on the bluer side. Right? I'm looking at reference right now on my other screen of Hades because I don't have his design to heart.
What pen tablet do you use?
I use a really old Intuos 3. Wait, this is Intuos 3 Pro. Intuos 3 Pro. I do need to buy a new one. I used to not mask this way as much, but it's really efficient. Just so I don't have to keep on being so careful with the painting. But some days you just want to feel those mistakes, or it's not really mistakes, but
There's an art student question.
okay, art student.
It said, how do you break through plateaus? My drawings over the last couple of years have been improving less and less compared to the years before.
Oh, I think what you need to do is get out of your comfort zone and work on stuff that you know you're bad at. You know, like the hands in different gestures. It's kind of hard to draw the hand, or doing the hand but detailing it so detailed that trying to make it look photoreal. If just drawing a different angles is too easy. Also, even stylizing that hand, and this could apply to different things, right? If you like enjoying drawing birds, and you got to the point where, oh, I could just draw this bird very fairly easily already, and then you try to make it more. What if it's more for animation? How would it look like for like a Disney look? If it's something you like, Disney stuff, or anime style, or what if it was this bird was in the Matrix? How would that look like? So it's almost like creating interesting problems for yourself to design off of. And then
use Cintiq.
I had used a Cintiq before, and it kind of hurt my shoulder a little bit, but maybe it's because my position was not good. Okay, so I'm doing a color dodge layer right now. I learned this. I forgot I learned this from Kevin or something. You turn the color dodge layer to black, like the darkest black, and then you have another layer on top of that, and you parent it into, like, group it into the initial color dodge layer. So this way, if you make a mistake, you could erase it and it doesn't affect your color dodge layer. So I know it's a blue, this blue.
Thanks for the answer.
Oh, it's too bright. Does it feel like Hades? This is fun. I think
It's ugly.
it's like he doesn't look like he doesn't he look cute? I guess because Hades is a bad guy. Let's put yellow in his eyes real quick. Okay, what's next then? We should put I almost wondered about the cheerleader outfit, but
I don't know.
something that's not scary, I guess.
Something cute. Baby Groot as boss baby. Baby Groot as businessman. Baby Groot as Napoleon Dynamite.
Well, you had one earlier. You
Baby
said
Groot as Baby Shark. Baby Groot as cook, soccer player.
no. The one
Cat
way
fish,
earlier. Someone said another one that's on.
Blue,
Yandu, yes, Yandu was cool. How about you guys? Do you guys think Yandu?
Cat baby.
Let's get a poll. Which one should we go with?
Um,
See, instead of drawing around the teeth, what you can do is you get this shape first, this full shape, and then you get the lasso tool. Because I remember having difficulty just using the brush here, and just get the lasso tool, and you hold shift down, so you could do multiple selections.
Groot.
Oh, Star Wars Groot, that's cool too.
Do you think
And then you
making new
delete it.
desi-
Now you have something a little more.
Do you think making new designs?
Oh
for
man, that's
existing-
scary.
Do you think making new designs for existing IP is a good way to build a portfolio?
Building designs from existing IP is good if the design you did is original. Does that make sense? Like, if you want to do a new Mandalorian look, it should feel like the Mandalorian, but does not exactly look like the Mandalorian. I think that would be good. But if I was you, what I would do myself, if I want to work on Star Wars, I would design brand new outfits that feel like Star Wars, but none of the characters that is in Star Wars. But it looks like but when you look at it, this is Star Wars. What's Star Wars visual language? Space cowboys. How? Then you look at westerns, watch a lot of westerns, and how do you translate some of those characters into a sci-fi film? One way you could start giving your mind ideas. I do this in my head, but if some people need a visual, visually look at it, you take some pictures of cowboys in certain movies, in certain shots that you really like. You screen grab them, you put it into your Photoshop, you cut out the person you want, put them on the moon, a picture of the moon or something, and put that to the side, and then look at it for a little bit and see if that works. If it doesn't work, you get a Star Wars frame with all the characters. You put it in your, put it beside the Western, and then you just look how you could blend the two. Like there's a slider, you want to see how this could feel. And then you start painting and trying different things out. It really is like you're studying. Because that's when...
They didn't get the answer for the pen tablet. Can you repeat what you're using for pen tablet?
I'm just using a Wacom pen tablet.
Baby Groot as Child Mandalorian.
Child Mandalorian. That's interesting. Yeah, let me see. Let me try that. Here, let me just finish this guy. Just one more thing. I just need him. I just need to put this robe.
Or Deadpool. I think you did that before, right?
Baby Groot's Deadpool. I think I did Baby Groot's Deadpool.
Baby Groot as Baby Yoda.
That's funny, baby. Baby Groot as Baby Yoda. Oh man, that could be really fun. I'm thinking about that. Baby Groot as Baby Yoda. See, like these little details that I'm trying to pick out from the original design. It's like I'm studying it right now. What can I do here to make it still feel like him? Because I'm not sure if you guys will think it's him, but this is a good exercise for me. Again, try using the lasso tool because it's hard to hide stuff with the lasso tool, and you have to decide on a shape. Ooh, that's too dark. But not to worry, just turn on your hue saturation and just lighten it a little bit, or you could repaint it. And this is the problem with my mouse sometimes, with my program. Even after I move this, it just snaps back to. And usually I would try to have these in different layers so that I could click on and off. That's really scary. Okay, I'll keep the lines on, but later on, I guess if I have time, I'd do a gradation on the edges, so that I could turn off the line drawing, or I could fill in the line drawing with blue. Let's see, blue, or that's gonna work.
Baby Groot as Hulk.
Oh yeah, I did that before. Wait, I'm gonna do. What am I doing? Mandalorian.
Mandalorian or Baby
Yeah, I'm gonna do Mandalorian. Baby Groot as Mando. Who said that? You should say the names of who said it so I could mention their name. Should that be yellow? Yellow. Maybe not really yellow. Like that. Does it look like him? That kind of looks like him, right? That's kind of cool, actually. I kind of like that. And just erase some of the...
Baby Groot's Child Mandalorian is from Savannah Meek.
Savannah Meek. Okay, I'm gonna do that. Hold on. I'm having fun with this character. Oops, wrong layer. I need to go on top of. Blur. Okay, and I'm just gonna group this into one folder, push them to the side, and then do another one with Baby Mandalorian. Now I gotta look for reference. Sorry guys, let me see. Hello, Katana Jackson. And Tyler Arts, hello. Thanks for joining me here. And oh, hold on, let me see. Cynthia, Cynthia, are you here? Okay. What am I doing? I am doing Baby Mandalorian. This is interesting because I'm not sure. Thinking of, because how will his head? His head is already shaped like the Mandalorian helmet, and with Baby Groot, you always want to have this broken. I mean, you could change it too, but right now, every time I do that, it just feels like Baby Groot already. Maybe this could be like a still shaped like this, but the material will be Mandalorian, and I'll just give him this shape, the most iconic helmet shape ever. I think because of this shape, it's like you can't get away with it. As soon as you make this, it feels like.
They want to see what you just drew in Instagram.
Oh, in Instagram. Oh, here, let me show you. How do I show this? Grab this, and I did this one. It's Baby Groot as Hades, and now I'm trying to do. I'll post I'll give you guys the PDF if you want. In its layered form, just I guess you could just go to. I'll drop a link on this YouTube channel. Just you could just go to the Gumroad and just get it for free. This is harder than I thought. Actually, the Mandalorian is a little, because I realized I haven't really drawn him, and the shape of that helmet is very specific. Oh, I changed my brush. Have you guys seen my kaiju sketches lately? I've just been having so much fun doing that because it's not for anyone, and I can make it as sketch as I want, and I could go off with ideas, and that's what you guys should do. I know we're all building our portfolios to like look for work and stuff, but you never know the other stuff you do that you thought is not for work, and you come up with better ideas because there's no pressure. And I think that's what happened with me with some stuff that I would do, and then I actually ended up using it for like Guardians of the Galaxy 2, because I've been sketching that shape for that 2 months or a month before the show, and I don't know why I was sketching that, because I was looking for a new shape. So I guess I really am a creature designer at heart, and even without work, I just do those. This does not look like Mandalorian. This is a little tougher, because if I took that out, it'll just be like, I need to find out. This is where the problem solving begins. How can I incorporate this shape and still feel like the Mandalorian? Okay, let me see. This is a tough one.
Someone's asking,
You know what?
design something for Black Widow?
Did I design? Oh yeah, I helped with some stuff with Black Widow.
Is
Kaiju, like I think the meaning of kaiju is monster or giant lizard or something. It's not like, I mean, Pacific Rim is more like the kaijus of Japanese, anime and big monster cartoons. So that's more. My stuff is more towards that. But yes, it is kind of like Pacific Rim. I haven't done a robot that fights it yet. I'm just doing a bunch of kaijus. But really, those kaijus are. I was practicing kaijus because I wanted my character that I've created, Stitch Boy, to fight kaijus because he's an intergalactic, multi-dimensional secret agent, and he's trying to find out where these kaijus are coming from, or something like that. But I just wanted this little, almost like a robot, futuristic robot, space robot, fight these kaijus. Yeah, I can't wait to just do some a sequence of comic book sequence for that.
Are you working at Marvel Studio? Are you working at Marvel Studio?
Am I working at Marvel Studios? Oh yeah, for the people that don't know who I am and just visiting for the first time, I'm Anthony Francisco, and I'm a senior visual development artist at Marvel Studios. So I work with a team of artists that we design the heroes and villains of the MCU. So the head of visual development, Ryan Meinerding, and then director of visual development, Andy Park, and then Jackson Zay, Rodney Fantabella, Ian Joyner, Yana, and me. So we're all there. But we also, I said Ian. Yes, this time I didn't forget. I didn't forget last time. I just kind of said it late. But yeah. And then we hire out more freelance artists. But right now, because of COVID, we're all working from home, and it's really fun. But yes, I work for Marvel Studios. I actually designed Baby Groot, and Teen Groot, and adolescent Groot. Yeah.
Maybe Groot as Shrek.
So I have to drink some water real quick, and my lips are so dry. It's so dry. I'm just gonna put some chapsticks. Chapstick, guys. Okay. So yeah, here this is a little harder. Usually I think I try to do easier designs for Baby Groot. But this is cool. Now making sure you have his pads here, and cloth and armor. Boom. I still trying to get this gesture, this S. So when you guys draw, there's that 3 types of lines: the S line, C curve, and straights. So constantly you have to be looking at these curves to kind of push the eye and give some rhythm. Okay, maybe this is good enough. And I turn it to multiply. And then now the hard part begins, because I have to kind of render the...
Jason Shai said, "What's up, Anthony?"
Hey, Jason! What's up, Jason? Thanks for visiting me here. How's Lightbox? I haven't had a chance to look at anybody's stuff or listen to some of the streams. I know Charlie Wen actually is doing a talk right now. Something cool to see. He doesn't normally get to go out and do talks. I should ask him on my YouTube channel one of these days. Just interview him for you guys if you guys wanna know about him. He used to be co-head of visual development at Marvel Studios with Ryan Meinerding. And actually, Ryan used to take Kevin Chen in my class a long time ago at Nomen. That's how I know him, you know. So when he was still not this amazing superhero artist for Marvel Studios. Yeah, he was really good back then, but he's so much, better now.
Are you done?
That's my son,
The big baby Groot.
the big baby Groot. He's a big baby. Now I have to figure out how I could make this feel more metallic. More metallic. And I have reference I'm looking at. Just copying the reference that I have over here. Can everyone see this? Should I zoom in a little more? No, when I zoom it doesn't look good.
He said, would you be mentoring again anytime soon?
Mentoring? I haven't mentored in so long. I don't know if but I'll be visiting the Discord every so often. So I plan to, because I wanna, because I'm teaching my wife more stuff in painting and drawing, and we're doing more exercises, and I wanted to share that with you guys, so definitely I guess that's some form of mentoring, and so we could all get good together. That could be cool. I am getting too into this painting. Maybe it's not. I have to go a little faster. Sometimes doing quick ways to make things shiny and stuff, that's also a good exercise to try to do. So you could have the materials. My Photoshop is lagging.
I don't know if you've answered this before, but what to have in a portfolio for character design for films?
For films, let me think. What I would have first. We have to we have to ask ourselves, what do you want to do? Is it environments, characters, creatures? Oh, you said character, right? So character design for sure. So show a lot of design work. ZBrush is a good way to. This is lagging, Micah. Having some ZBrush work or 3D stuff is also helpful. Something going on with my computer. It's lagging. Maybe 20 pieces of art, of character designs, and different levels of different looks in different genres. Maybe would be good. It shouldn't be all superhero. I know Marvel has really pushed the made that really popular, and I was just lucky that it caught up to what I like doing already. So in a way, I just want to make sure people do design what they like, and if you don't get work right away, to not be discouraged, and eventually the stuff that you like to do might be the ones people are going to make into movies, and if not, maybe you should make a movie about it, but yeah, in terms of just looking for work, have at least 5 really solid pieces. That would really help, but overall it should be 20, I think. 20 pieces.
Are you allowed to cross over DC, Baby Groot as Batman
Yeah, I could do Baby Groot as Batman, I think, right? No one's watching us anyway. And this is all in fun.
McKenna Given said, hates Groot looks like my sister in the morning.
Yeah. Okay, so maybe I'll just go this far. So he has kind of that feeling, and then maybe it still feels like Groot. I'm just trying to get this helmet really is the important part and make it feel like it's metal. Sometimes I wish I drew this fast when I'm actually really working. It's Baby Groot though. This color, this, let's see where, this is what I talk about sometimes when I get too bogged down by rendering one thing. I should have not spent so much time on that. I could have just be a little quicker but controlled, controlled. And then just use this to hue saturation just to make it a little darker. And then so I'm going over this like multiple times to get that shine, and this is just the dodge tool. Yeah, so let me just end this here and put it to the side. It's like, huh? Right? So what are you talking about? Here, maybe I could flip him.
He said Baby Groot as Hella. Venom.
I did
Baby
that.
Groot,
Yeah, I did Baby Groot Venom before. I wonder if my sketch.
yeah, just let it
Let's see.
Oh, you took it out.
Hmm?
Where's your...
I wonder if my sketchbook's here. I could show you guys. Some bit. No, I don't have it. Never mind. I have to look for it. I was just gonna show you my sketchbook where I was doing like Baby Groot for 30 days. Okay, what was next?
There's Baby Groot.
Oh, wait.
Winter Soldier.
That's cool too.
Venom.
I should just write all this down for
Hella.
Hella would be cool. Baby Groot as Hella. It's like
Shrek.
Oh,
Witcher.
this is Baby Groot as Hella.
Baby Groot as Jin from Ghost of Tsushima.
Oh, I don't think I.
Baby Groot as Mary Poppins.
That's funny.
Baby Groot as Hulk. Baby Groot as NASA astronaut that has a full fishbowl as a helmet.
That's fun.
Baby Groot as Dwight Schrute.
Dwight from The Office. I have to look for reference in how her costume looks like.
Baby Groot as Baby Yoda.
That's one, and then Baby Groot as Baby Yoda would be.
Ghostbuster Groot.
Hold on, slow down. Let me see if I could I don't know if I could do Baby Groot as Yoda, but this is the first thing I thought of.
He said Baby Groot as Yondu as Mary Poppins.
Baby Groot as Yondu as Mary Poppins. Okay, Baby Groot. So that would mean he's holding.
He said Baby Groot as Elsa.
Oh, Baby Groot as Elsa. I wonder.
Baby Groot as one of the Incredibles.
As all of the Incredibles.
As Baby Groot as Hellboy.
Oh, that's interesting. Hold on. I don't know if I could do Baby Groot as Mary Poppins as fast, but that's an idea. Yeah, I don't know why I'm rendering this stuff. This is all just for ideas. What did you say? Oh, Baby Groot. This.
They're asking
Hold on.
buy a print of this brilliant designs later. And then Mark McKenna said this would make an extra addition to my Mandalorian wall.
Look, here is Baby Groot with Baby Groot as Hellboy. Oh, wait a second. I need this, right? Where should I put this guy? Because he's jumping. Maybe he should. Maybe this page needs to get bigger. What if I was thinking, what if, because he said Baby Groot is Batman, he's just back here. No, maybe not.
Groot as Kratos.
Groot as Kratos.
Yes, those are so good.
Groot as Kratos, how would... I mean, would he be like jumping with the daggers or something like that, and then the chains just coming off? Daggers. Is that how he would look like? Ghostbuster Groot. Let me see if I could do. Ghostbuster Groot. But who? Which Ghostbuster?
It's Spider-Man Groot hanging upside down.
Okay, Spider-Man Groot hanging upside down. That's fun. Maybe he's talking to Batman over here.
And Groot as Aang from Last Airbender.
Oh, that's interesting too.
Baby Groot as Sailor Moon.
I have to look for reference for Sailor Moon.
There's a question here. Can a
Maybe I should.
entirely loose design work for films, or does it have to be tightly rendered?
When you say film, I mean, you could be a storyboard artist. You don't have to have that rendered, but you definitely have to know story really well. Because you said film, so if as a concept artist, you should have at least how do you say this? You should have some evidence that you could finish something really well if you have to, because they'd rather have someone like that than because then you'll be more of a asset for long term and not just for something loose. But at the same time, in animation, well, you said film. I'm just thinking of every way. because when I receive a question like that, I feel like you don't want to render, and if you don't want to render, you could still design, but you could go into other places like like games. I mean, you still have to render in games, but it's not as photoreal. Also, when you do photoreal stuff for movies, you could also do photo bashing on top of that. But what the through line that goes through all of these jobs is design. You still have to different levels of design. So you still have to focus your the drawing, the painting. That's just the craft of it. Getting better at that, so you don't have to think about that when you're designing. That's why you get better at that. Because you just want that to be like second nature, to be able to draw a human being. That's why there's other ways to help that part to speed along the process by using ZBrush, or using a photo that you could practice on right first, and put all the designs on that. Like take a picture of yourself and design on top of yourself with cutouts maybe of different clothing that you want to do. You could also do it that way. And some people just like to paint everything, because sometimes there's no photos to find for the thing you're trying to design. Like there is no Baby Groot ideas out there that I could use for reference. The only reference I had was Adult Groot, and then I had to turn Adult Groot into a baby. So I look for more closer emotional kind of references. Like if this was my son, how would that feel? How would he look at me with so trying to put more character into the design helps, because the big eyes with the green skin, or these leaves, these twigs that go around each other, like roots and stuff. If it's not fused with some kind of emotional content, then I think it just feel cold. But again, it could still work if it's just cool. But for Baby Groot, I feel like I got lucky with him, that I have this connection with my kids, and I was able to put that connection in Baby Groot to help me design him. Maybe some people won't see that, but maybe it helped me. Yeah, hopefully that's a good answer. Yes, another question.
Well,
Wait, was there another character while you're...
There's a lot, but there's a question for me.
Oh,
It said, Bruno's asking me is, how do you find learning art now, and what you like the most? How do I find learning art now?
maybe you should
No,
sit here and
I
do...
think learning art.
What was another character?
Well, I like the most is the process, I guess. The process of seeing how things progress. I think that's the most fun thing about, and learning something new that you haven't tried before, and seeing that in the end goal. What is it? The finish process. Is that how you say it?
Like you like that you can see yourself getting better. What's the question?
Well, he said, what do I like the most about it?
Learning art.
Yeah, I think that's the most thing that I like about that.
Well, it helps with other things. Just relax. It relaxes you, right? And
Yeah, definitely.
Ghostbusters is hard to draw.
Any tips improving likeness in your paintings?
Likeness. I think one way is that grid kind of system to practice on first. So you kind of get the shapes. I mean, some faces are really hard. I have to use the grid. But improving likeness, that's hard. It's almost like measuring. Just be able to measure more accurately. I would also doing abstractions and also tracing on top to see where things are, how far apart eyes are, or give me an actor. Example of an actor, I'll bring him in here. I'll see if I could do like a quick hopefully it goes well.
Just use one of the Marvel
Who?
actors.
Marvel actor.
Use
I don't know. Groot Jack Sparrow. Let's see. Jack Sparrow. I'm trying to. That's a good question. To improve, I think because I'm not so really good at it yet, I feel like I can't answer that. But to get a likeness, is by really just copying him. Okay, wait, hold on.
Some names: Hugh Jackman, Tom Hiddleston.
Tom Hiddleston. I painted him.
Willard Dafoe, Tom Holland.
Oh, William Dafoe, very clear. Like he has very clear landmarks on his face that you could really like anchor some anchor points.
You're naming a lot of Groot that you've done before, and you should let them know that you.
Oh, that's fine.
Like, no, I'm saying they want to see it, so maybe you could share those. Baby Groot.
Oh yeah, like share it again.
Yeah, like in another for October.
Okay, so here, let's say William Dafoe. So you go into this, and then you turn this to black and white. Black and white. Hue saturation on that, and then just turn it to black and white. And then you study where like this rhythms. Oops. Like the brow ridge. How you could see that kind of matches with that. It's almost like getting these abstraction shapes. This is how I learned to get like the basic planes first. Like see how his chin is here, and then his chin over here is different, but it's still that plane that goes here. You got the brow ridge, and then this whole area is like one plane facing up, right? And then it turns right here, and these ones are a little more to the side. So it's almost like observing these shapes, these parts, like this goes that way, observing how big and the shape of it, right? Kind of help with measuring everything. When I didn't know about this system yet, it was hard because you'd be working just on this side, but then you don't think about the whole plane from here to here. It's going in, and then the ball comes over here, and that sits under this kind of roof. I'm not really a figure drawing, portrait artist, but that's kind of like how I see it. There's so many other online classes or teachers you could find that's like way better than me. But this abstraction did help me a lot. Maybe I could post it up somewhere. Simplify that and this, and this is doing the underside of this plane of the nose. When I learned this from Associates of Art, this really helped me a lot, like understanding this, that there's a plane. You don't think about the nostrils yet, you just do that plane. Then you kind of put the nostril underneath there after, because the nostrils are under that nose. And then the lower part of the lip here, and you've got like this barrel of a muzzle, and then the mouth kind of wraps around that barrel. That I try to like think about that. Associates of Art really is Kevin Chen, now, I mean, there's no more Associates of Art, but there is Concept Design Academy, and Kevin Chen teaches like this kind of stuff really well. I learned like a lot from him. Also remember this part. I don't remember if this goes up here.
What about doing, what is it? Oh, I lost my, when tackling new project, do you spend a few hours or days doing research before finally drawing?
Yes, sometimes there's no time and you just start drawing. But it's always good to have a reference first, especially if it's like a historic stuff. Before I went to Marvel, when I got in the costume designers guild, I wanted to build more on my portfolio because I didn't have any period pieces, and I wanted to paint. I really liked couture a lot, and I wanted to have design couture stuff. So I started to design couture, and I got books on creating how to actually build them, because I wanted to build a costume, just so I'll understand the process. But then Rhythm and Hues called me, and I stayed there for 2 years, and I instead learned more like matte painting techniques. And when that was going to be done, I still tried to make some time to learn more on how to build clothing. I never got to do that piece because then I went to Marvel, and most of my stuff is like just design work, and not designs that are already like a period piece design, right? It's always like something new, something you've never seen before. I try anyway, but I think I failed with that.
This is something to do with what you're doing right now. Do you
Yeah.
paint over the actors' faces when you do costume design?
When I what?
Do you paint over the actors' faces when you do costume design?
No, usually we just paint the whole. Well, sometimes, not in Marvel. Before Marvel, when I was in costume design, we just have the face. Just get that face. I need that face, and you just grab it like this. Turn it black and white. Well, I like to turn it black and white because it's easier to match it with the rest of the costume. But yeah, no, it's not good to paint on the actor's face, because then it's either this is me, okay? It's either you just use the photo by itself, just the photos. Sorry, trying to explain this. Let me open up something first.
Maybe it has to do
Just so I could
this
show.
has to do with what you're talking about. So what if you
Inches.
call it traditional than digital?
19. This is the size I usually like to work for characters. Resolution could be like 150, but we'll make it 300 right now. So okay. So yeah, everyone has their way of working, right? But at Marvel, we have time to paint it, so, and we love to paint, so we'd rather paint the faces. But if you paint on the photo, it's harder to make the photo feel, because it's already finished this way, I'd rather just keep the photo. I guess you could paint a little bit on it, but I'd rather just copy and paint it, because it just takes me an hour or 2 hours to just copy a face. Because the question is, do you ever paint over a photo?
Over your actors' faces when you do costume design.
It's like, yes, you paint over actors. No, you don't paint over. You just use the photo, and then if you want to paint it, then you just paint it. That's usually the easiest way to.
What if we color faster traditional than digital?
Oh yeah, no. If you color faster, some faces though, right? If it's really hard and you don't have time, you just have to put the face in. The thing is, at Marvel, majority of all the work there from VizDev, is painted. You try to paint the face as much as you can, but we also use 3D modeling and using photo textures. But if it helps the design, then it's the design you're trying to show. Because if the likeness requires it to really look like the person, then it's just better to put the photo in. But again, to each his own, I guess. I love to paint it, and I will paint it as every chance I get. Maybe I should do a head painting demo for you guys. Different ways to incorporate the photo. I'm not as good. I even think I'm not as good as incorporating photos that well. I try to learn from other people. It's such a hard way to explain, because that question almost, it's like you still have to be skilled enough knowing how to paint to use the photo properly. That's what I'm trying to say, I think.
Ask you that question because thanks for answering the question. I saw your Loki stream earlier today and thought it looked just like Tom Hiddleston.
Thanks. Well, I had a really good photo for that face. Yeah, the reference, they have like really good references. That's only Marvel or the set photos Marvel has. That's why a lot of the photos a lot of the other artists like Ryan and Charlie and Andy and stuff, we have how is this, like a loads of references that only Marvel has. And it's good lighting. It's not stuff you find on the internet. But the thing is, sometimes with some of the actors, we don't have them as an actor yet, and they haven't said yes yet. Then we just have to find photos on the internet for best reference that we can find, and then try to like match it. Sometimes the angle we need them in is so hard that you have to paint it. You can't use a photo because the photo would look really weird, But yeah, you could use a photo or paint it depending on the time. Sometimes 3D models are used and then just painted over that. That's why learning ZBrush is also good to have in your in your skill set. Oh, and earlier in the Loki design, the one that's standing straight up and that looks like a photo, that's the actual photo. By the way, if people are wondering, if that question was for that particular one, the one towards the end when I had him facing straight forward and he had different capes, that whole image is a photo that I painted on top of to make it, but it changed it a lot based on my design. But that is the, what do you call this? It's a pieced photo from a bunch of photos.
They wanted to do Grootober with you.
You'll do Grootober with me? Cool.
Do Grootober with you, yes. Grootober.
We'll put the list out. That whole list, put that whole list out. That would be cool. Yeah, whoever made a list, if we reach 30, we'll write all that down. Once you reach 30, huh?
31 days.
31 days. Can we do it? I don't think I've actually ever really finished it. I almost did. Okay, I don't know what I'm designing here, but I'm just trying to show that it could still look realistic if you follow, the.
Forget Inktober. Grootober should be a worldwide celebration. It has nothing to do with Groot, but somebody was asking you if you could talk about how you designed the costume of Mordo from Doctor Strange.
Okay, Mordo. Just my folders. Side here. Let me see. Doctor Strange.
Alex Mandra is on.
You see here, Alex? I think we're almost done with the stream, right?
Yes.
But let me show you guys some Doctor Strange stuff. Sorry, Baby Groot fans. Let me just really quickly do this, but we will do this in October. Look, I got so many characters already. We'll put down the list, and I'll try to paint all of this up. Maybe just to this quality, but maybe some of them I'll really paint it. So here's Mordo. Here's some of my first designs of Mordo, and like this one, I didn't. Excuse me. I need to drink some water. I didn't have any angle, like a photo reference for this angle, so I had to look at a few photos and try to imagine how I could put that face together. It was hard, and you could tell it doesn't quite look like him, but from far away at least, So this image, I try to make it more detailed. But once you zoom in, it's not as, it's still rough. But even the strings that go through this little metal piece, I really wanted to show all of that. The braids coming in here. So designing this guy is the same kind of way. I try to give myself a story behind it, and this is not quite the diagonal line type. He's still, because he is more balanced, but he's like wound out so tight, like really wrapped up in layers, and because he's very strict with the rules of magic, and definitely trying to get this symbol, trying to find a right shape shape language for the symbol you see in the comic books, and make it fit without feeling like a insignia or something. Almost like make it feel like it's part of the texture of the cloth. My Photoshop is a bit slow. I don't know why it's doing that. Okay, and then this is another one. This one I had good reference for this. This one I had more time to paint, so I pretty much painted the face as detailed as I can. So yeah, but still I try not to get too into the face and just work on the costume, because sometimes you love doing faces, but focus on the costume and the layering and the color, and even this, see the bow, I even wanted to like detail that out, but it's
John Jensen was asking, was the reference some sort of a ninja?
for this. You want to know the reference for this? Because okay, you do the base first, right? So all this stuff on top wasn't there. I have to do this coat thing. This coat was actually my bathrobe. I put on my bathrobe, I took pictures of it, and then used that texture to accomplish that. Yep, that was that for the bathrobe. And you try to be as creative, I guess, with different ways. So this part here is more like like Harry Potter Quidditch gloves or something, but not exactly. And then this down here is inspired, I guess, I don't know, it's from nothing really, but I feel like it's from Native American, First Nation cowboy people when I was watching westerns. That's what it felt like, but still making it go back to Nepal feeling, being in Nepal. And this pants, I didn't quite get really into it. I really enjoyed working on this. Just put a lot of time. You could tell just my newer stuff is a little bit looser because I'm trying to be faster with it. But this one was like sleep 4 a.m, work on the weekends, just because I cannot stop thinking about it. This was done in a weekend. This one I did like 3 versions of it.
Which book will you prefer for costume designers? Do you have any books that you?
Oh, for costume designers, man, what did I like? Well, you're a costume designer. You probably already learned construction and all that stuff. I have some of those kind of books for sure. But in terms of really designing, I don't know. I have to look through my books because I always mention Alexander McQueen, and he's like my favorite. But there's another one. What's her name? She does these really elegant ZBrush kind of sculptures on top, and then she could make it feel like bubbles and just high level design. It's not just for the runway.
What's been your favorite costume to work on?
All of it. I love working on all of the costumes. But what's my favorite? I love Loki's costume. Then, because I got to work on that helmet too. That was really fun. Dora Milaje, of course. Okoye. That was really what kind of made me a little more known when the BuzzFeed article came out. That, and being recognized for it, that's really,
You need to make sure that your costume designs are
I'm
actually
lucky. I feel
reproducible.
lucky. What?
Do you need to make sure that your costume designs are actually reproducible and comfortable to wear in real life?
Yes, you think about that. Case in point, the Dora Milaje. When I was designing that, I already know that they're gonna move, like ninjas or samurais, and that's why the samurai outfits became my what do you call this? My template, as well as Southeast Asian designs, like stuff for the Philippines, like the Ifugao not costumes, the traditional garb, where the tabard that comes from the chest all the way down there. That's where I kind of got it from the Igorots, and then the samurai I got the chest plates from the samurai, because the way you build that is in pieces, right? The samurai piece would go here, like almost like a t-shirt, not t-shirt, paintball armor. I also looked at a lot of paintball armor, paintball armor, I guess that's what you call it, paintball gear, right? To see if I could use the way you wear that, because it is like a samurai armor anyway. But then you also look at more tactical gear in the military, and then I did end up with just the samurai armor, because it feels more iconic and it's traditional. Even though I'm not really copying the samurai armor, all the words that describe it, I need those words to be describing the Dora Milaje, Okoye, Yeah, traditional, and some tribal elements to it, as well as of course the main inspiration for it is the not the Maasai. Maasai was also inspiration for it, but the Nabilis for the rings. Like I had a lot of reference for that. The Dinka tribe. That's the one that I've always used them, even for my dark elves when I used to work in games, like in 2004. Like I used to always do, but it always got denied for some reason. They have this. I should save this for an actual Dora Milaje talk. Because it's almost time. I have to go and spend some time with the kids and stuff. So. But definitely, if people are interested in that, I could plan that out like ahead of time, maybe sometime in December or something, so people could be ready for it, and just do like a talk about it and answer questions and show how I came up with the design, because it's not just the stuff I'm saying. I'm sure I'm forgetting a lot of stuff, and I could do like a board of things that I looked at, but I sketched it out first before looking for reference. And the reason I did that, because I already knew this reference in my head, like ahead of time, because I've been drawing the Dinka tribe corset for a long time. I don't have my book here. I have this 2-volume set, African ceremonies, and amazing colors and designs from traditional, like traditional practices that they do. And yeah, so that's...
Yes, I would love that.
For
Definitely.
that.
They're
You would love that? Yeah. Okay, I'll do that. I'll plan that out. And it'll just be casual like this, questions, and I'll show slides for the process, and because I did like a bunch of turnarounds too for the end. Just like how I showed you with the Dora Milaje, the Loki. Yeah. So I'm glad I got to share this stuff. No one actually knows about this. It's or about me. We're just known to do like superhero stuff, and not really able to like tell this story.
They really want you to do the Grootober, so are we
And-
gonna do the Grootober?
Yes, we'll do Grootober this year. Maybe I could plan one every day. I could be on YouTube live, and we could just all like draw together. And I wish there's a way to just share. Maybe you could just share through my Instagram, so I could see your sketches too. That would be cool.
You could maybe open like a share folder or something.
Yeah. I'll do that. I'll have.
And they want to see your
Look,
old
this is-
Grootober, because your stuff is not there.
Oh yeah, this is another one. I really detailed this. I started putting stitches here. See how those stitches? And I was thinking to myself, what am I doing? You guys won't see this. So, but sometimes it's good for you to, just push yourself to get it so detailed, even if it's not perfectly rendered. Just putting all those details in to just look at it later and, oh, that's a cool design. Maybe I could use it for later. Anyway, it's 5:01, you guys, and I think I went over. I don't know how long I was supposed to be on, but this was fun for me, and hopefully you guys got something out of it. Yeah, please let me know if there was any more questions. And
Your Instagram and stuff. Can you plug in?
oh yeah, if you guys are seeing me for the first time, you could follow me on Instagram. Send me messages there. It's just Anthony_Francisco_art, and I have my Discord. The links are gonna be in the description of the YouTube video, and you could meet me there. I'll be there every so often, especially for Grootober. I'll be there every day. I'll find like a good time to do it. Yeah, we'll do that. All right. Thanks again, guys.
Thank you. They
Yeah.
appreciate your time.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. Thanks for staying with me and all the right questions. And now I have more ideas on what else should I put on my YouTube channel. All right, guys and gals, thank you so much. I'll see you guys. Stopping the stream. Yes?
This
Think
live
we're-
stream is recorded.
Yes, it should be on YouTube. It should go up on YouTube. Yeah, I actually didn't get to save my Loki. It didn't save it. It's crazy. What? I think I might have to switch to OBS. Well, this is gonna be saved on YouTube and Facebook. Huh? All right, guys. Thank you so much, and I'm gonna go have a good rest of the week. And take care. Keep on practicing. And I'll see you later. Bye. And end stream here.